Yo, you are at the livest podcast ever, Clash of the Podcast, episode 38. This week's episode is titled Previews, because that's all that's happening. It's a wrestling weekend. You know, we used to have the holidays to ourselves. Memorial Day would be all about the cookout, spending time with the family. Not anymore. Wrestling. There's a pay-per-view on starting Friday all the way until Sunday, and you got wrestling on Monday. All right, but guess what? We got you covered. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. So you are tuned into the right place. You are rocking with Conrad from Everything Pro Wrestling, and the man right next to me is Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. We are here for Clash of the Podcast. I feel like I've been talking too long already, so we're about to drop that intro and get into it. What is good, everybody? You are rocking with Clash of the Podcast, like I said in the intro. Tell your friends, share a link, do something for us. If you're in the live chat, hit that like button right now. Helps out in the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you leave a comment after, throw up an emoji. It helps us because I'm going to respond to it. More people see it. They're like, what are they talking about? You come to it. That's what you do. All right? So that's going to help out. And we have a contest. I'm going to let Sean talk about that.
You already know, Conrad. Appreciate you, bro. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Derek, I see you, bro. My guy, Derek. To everybody out there, tonight is the night. As Conrad said, we have a full slate of professional wrestling coming up this weekend. Pay-per-view wrestling. It's going to be crazy, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? When I think about the fact that me and Conrad are going to be live next week, and I'm doing a barbecue, and I'm sure Conrad's doing a barbecue and doing something with his family, and 3 back-to-back pay-per-views, and we're going to get your week started off right because tonight we are going to give you a free code to watch Impact Under Siege this Friday night, courtesy of Fight TV. So make sure that you stay tuned in, locked in. Everybody who comes here always stays and locks in from the time we open up to the time we close. I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. So we know that you're good to go. We're all good money, but just as an added bonus for sticking around till the very end, as you always do, somebody's getting a free code to watch Under Siege live on pay-per-view Fight TV this Friday night. We outside, man. Let's do it.
Impact Wrestling's been rocking, I'm telling you. We're going to get into all of this. Let's do our shout-outs real quick. Sir Quills in the house. He said, what up, Conrad and Sean in chat? We are here. Here we go again. My favorite part of my Monday evening. EPW, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, Clash of the Podcast. Let's get it and let's talk wrestling.
It's our favorite part to have you here, Quills. Appreciate you, bro.
Couldn't said it better myself. Ray Thompson, jam-packed weekend of wrestling lined up. What match are you guys most looking forward to the weekend?
I'm gonna throw that that's to a good question. The match of the weekend out of all 3 pay-per-views?
What are you looking forward to the most, though? Like right now, if you're like, I can't wait to see.
I can't lie. Even though the weekend is jam-packed, I'm looking forward to Naomi's debut.
Well, she wrestled already, technically.
Oh, I guess pay-per-view debut. Does that make sense? Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay.
No, you're right.
I'm looking forward to Naomi's pay-per-view. Trinity's pay-per-view debut.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. That is a tough one. I'm kind of, what's weird right now? I'm leaning towards either that Anarchy in the Arena match for AEW or the 4-way is another one I'll put in there because I'm just intrigued in how they're going to do everything. But on the WWE side of things, I kind of want to see what they do with Seth and AJ. There is an opportunity to do something different. There is a chance.
It's a good idea.
You know what that means.
Yeah. Let's go.
Doug said, this is supposed to be, here it goes. Little Keenan and Kel. Must be Monday. It's that time of the Clash of the Podcast. Woo! I can't do Ric Flair right now. I'm out of breath still. Joel said, hey, guys.
Joel, what up?
Appreciate you. Blood Money 10. Here you go. There's a code for Impact tonight. Yes, there is. Good, sir. There is. B-Boy Skyline said, well, Seth is not going to win, I think, but if he does, it'll be because of the actor strike. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Very smooth, B-Boy. I like that.
Oh, no, he's not fronting. He said that.
I know. I get it.
I did not know that was happening. Lesson learned.
Yep. Derek
in the house, as you had mentioned before.
My guy, D Money in the building.
Yes. And everyone's talking about the giveaway in the chat. Yes, there's a giveaway for Impact Under Siege. If you stick around till the end, you will enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
CJ, so about this Sunday, you bring the bread. Let me know. We'll talk. Hit me up in the messages on the DMs. Anthony Slate saying, hey, all, what up?
Anthony.
Gomar in the house. Terrell 317 giving us the young salute.
TEDERRELL.
Your boys in the house.
M. Leezy for Sheezy.
Yes, best wishes to Mercedes, Liv, Dakota Kai, and Isha Moore. Lots of injuries the last week.
Yeah.
Be safe in that ring, man. Be safe out there. McKinney, got to show him some love. Yo, I'm here to talk wrestling and let you know no matter how much of a baby face you think you are, if you put pineapple on your pizza, you're a heel.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
I agree. No pineapple on pizza for this guy. Monday evenings always get better at 6:05. Appreciate that, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Look at people, 36 days until Fight Forever. We're going to talk about that actually in the opener. Sick in the house was good. Jocelyn joining us. Hello. Don't sleep on that Impact. Get plugged in. Let them know, Jocelyn. Let them know.
Double J, one of the only double J's I like.
Hey, Sick. I hope you're feeling better, bro. Said he had another surgery, but still managed to catch my bro CJ and Big Hub talk some wrestling.
Yes, get well soon. Prayers up.
For sure. Here you go, talking that 80 for Brady. If you guys don't know, me and Derek have a bet when Fight Forever comes out. We're going to play a match in it. If I win, Derek's got to eat a steak, egg, and cheese bagel because he tries to act like steak and eggs don't go together for breakfast.
That's what you get if you lose?
Oh, no. But see, I know the pain that this will cause Derek to eat this. I know the pain. I might even make him dip it in poutine. I told him he better be glad it's coming out before we go to Canada, or it would have been going in that poutine. I'll be like, yeah, eat this whole thing, bro.
I'm on a crazy diet right now. Been doing really good, but I will break my diet for a steak, egg, and cheese from McDonald's. That is epic.
Let him know, bro. And if I lose, I got to wear a Tom Brady shirt or jersey or something you're going to give me.
I hope. Well, Derek, you know I love you, bro. You're my dog. But I'm cheering for Conrad on this one.
Pro Wrestling Shoes said, what's good? Let's talk with the early stages in this, Sean. We got a lot to talk about tonight. But first, AEW Fight Forever for the video game fans. We finally got the release date earlier today. We saw THQ Nordic, AEW Games doing their little flirt and stuff on Twitter. I even had to get at him a little bit where I'm like, so what do you guys want to talk about? What's up here? Doing the little eyeball emojis at each other. And then they finally released the video. Kenny Omega released news about the game, but we still don't know much. What do you think for this game? Are you excited for it? Does it look like something you'd be more interested in than WWE? Give me your quick thoughts, Sean.
Impact came out with a game a while ago.
Oh, God.
And it was the same type of buzz. It was just kind of like inconspicuous, under the radar buzz that got everybody excited but yet nervous because we didn't want to waste our money, and it turns out that we did. At least in my opinion, I feel like we did. And I'm getting the same sneaking feeling about this. I will be purchasing the game, but if I'm playing that game and I'm excited after I start playing, I'd be a surprise person. I hope I'm wrong. I just have my doubts.
I have a good feeling about No Mercy is my favorite game of all time. So when you're saying that you're setting that up, everyone always said they were going to do it, TNA included. This is going to be just like No Mercy. It wasn't. And TNA's game wasn't that bad to me. I'm going to be one of those weirdos to defend it a little bit. I thought the X Division matches were unique for what they were trying to do for it. The problem with that game was that they didn't have enough depth to the modes, to what you were doing. It was just match. Here's Jeff Jarrett, match for the story mode. You couldn't get into it. With this game, we haven't seen enough, but with how video games have advanced, Sean, this ain't Street Fighter 2 for us no more, where if the game's broke when you bought it, you just got to deal with that. Sorry, bro. We made a mistake. Now they have patches. They can fix things. They can add wrestlers. There's always DLC with the games now. You know, you think you pay the money for the game, and then someone's like, "Oh, I need $15 more though for." So that's how it works today. But I'm excited for the game. I put up a YouTube short for it. If you guys haven't, make sure you check it out. Hit like on that as well. Subscribe. Show some love. June 29th, it's coming out. Let's get it.
Let me interject something real quick. I want to a little off script here. I want to give Conrad a great deal of respect for his undying, and I'm sure all the chat, give me a thumbs up or a yes if you agree. Conrad's undying coverage of this video game and the journey that it's taken us on. Dude has been very dedicated. I actually look to Conrad for updates on the game. Every update I've gotten about this game has been through Conrad, so big shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate it. And I got you guys for it too. And if it's a game I enjoy, I'll probably try to stream it more. As you can tell, I haven't found that yet. So I get on when I can, but you know, that's rougher. When the older you get, the harder it is to get on them games. I love the chat. Focus. Stop hating, D. Stop hating, bro. The date's gonna get pushed back. I don't think so. And some people have unrealistic expectations when it comes to video games too. I'm like, bro, they built a game from the ground up in what was it, 3 years? Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. My wallet's gonna be hurting this year, some people said. I'm in here, just can't talk, driving and working OT. All love, man. We're gonna try to keep you entertained.
And I hope your shift goes by fast, my G.
Let's see here. Joel said, thanks for getting me back into the games. I'm getting Fight Forever. Okay. All right. D Money said, excuse my language. I must have missed what you said, bro, because I don't see a comment from you.
But we appreciate the respect.
Yeah. Conrad, great job keeping us updated about Fight Forever. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I pre-ordered Fight Forever, even though I have an Xbox S. Yeah.
Jocelyn, I'm not going to pre-order only because I'm concerned about the release date. Once it's in stores, I'll just go buy it. I would pre-order it, Jocelyn, but I'm not going to pre-order it because I'm worried. I'm very worried.
What if is there something that they could put out and say, like, if you pre-order it, you get this?
Yeah, you know what? I'll pre-order it.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm like, tell me what I'm getting first.
50% off, I'll pre-order, yes. Anything else? I'm nervous, bro. I'll tell you what. I'll give you until June 15th. If June 15th comes and it's still June 29th, I'll go pre-order it.
Sean, they're going to be marketing this to you until June 28th at 11:59. They're going to be trying to get you to get this game.
Right.
I heard that's why they actually released it on the 29th, because that's not a traditional release date for a video game.
Okay.
So they're going to have Dynamite before they're going to try and get into it.
Right.
But it is now time to talk a little Impact Wrestling. So let's get into this a little bit. Impact Wrestling Under Siege. It is going down. It's happening Friday, May 26th, 8 p.m. Impact Plus has you covered. Fights got you covered. And Impact Wrestling Ultimate Insiders also has you covered. We got some good matchups happening on this card. Let's start with the X Division match. We have Trey Miguel versus X Division legend at this point, Chris Sabin. I've been liking Trey.
Yeah, little known fact about me, my two favorite old school TNA guys were Chris Sabin and the Heartbreak Cousin. You guys remember him? The Heartbreak Cousin, Michael Shane. That was my guy, former X Division champion. If you don't know who that is, Google it. The Heartbreak Cousin, Michael Shane. But obviously, he didn't stand the test of time. Chris Sabin has stood the test of time, and I kind of feel like we might have a little nostalgic moment on Friday night. I'm picking Sabin to win the title.
I feel like they're gonna go with Trey. I feel like they've been boosting Trey pretty hard, and I just don't see Trey losing it. Yeah, I'm gonna take Trey Miguel for the dub in this one. Next matchup I have is a number one contenders, and maybe I'm placing this one a little early for the card, but you have a nice mix up for the number one contendership. You have Moose versus Eddie Edwards versus Jonathan Gresham versus Yuya Uemura versus Alex Shelley and Frankie Kazarian. So this is gonna be like a 6-pack challenge here. Who do you see becoming that guy?
I have to go with what I know, and that's Moose. I mean, I know all these guys, and I think all of them are talented guys, but when I say go with what I know, I mean go with who I believe to be a legitimate number one contender type guy. Obviously, there's former champions in the mix in this particular match, but I got to go with Moose. I think he prevails on Friday night.
You know what? I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go Jonathan Gresham.
Okay.
I think Jonathan Gresham picks up the victory here. He's been doing a pretty good job. He's been competing in some high entertaining matchups here. So I think Gresham has proven himself, and why not let him get the ball and run with it? Yes, yeah, shout out to you, Derek. I saw that, Carmelo. You know where Nick's tape up in here. So yes, happy retirement for Carmelo Anthony.
Happy retirement. Any Knick fan, including myself, has a lot of respect for Carmelo. He didn't bring us a ring, but he's
wrong era, bro. That's what I always say about him. If he would have came a few years earlier, I think he would have been a real problem for the NBA. But instead, he came during the 3-point, cut him down a little bit. LeBron was around. He never could get it. He never could get a shine on.
But still a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I'd give him that. Trey Miguel versus Saban is going to be an absolute banger. Saban is a legend. Miguel seems unstoppable right now. I think Miguel retains. D Money's agreeing with you on Moose, though. Matt Lopez is taking Kaz. Okay, Kaz did cross my mind. Okay, Moose, let's go. Push Jonathan Gresham, please. We'll see what they do. Next up, I have the match that Sean's most looking forward to. I might have to let him talk about this and give some background on his girl Trinity here. Trinity versus Giselle Shaw.
Giselle, first of all, let me start by saying Giselle Shaw is a very entertaining and I'd say competitive wrestler. I think that she's grown in the ring, and I think that she's proven she's more than a pretty face. I like her, and I like her partnership with Savannah Evans and everything they have going on. That being said, there's no way that Trinity is going to walk into that pay-per-view, her very first pay-per-view outside of WWE, and come out a loser. I love Trinity. I believe Conrad loves Trinity. We all have a great respect for her. We all have a great respect for what she's had to sacrifice by walking away from her WWE contract. We all know that the WWE landscape is really topsy-turvy right now, but it still is, unfortunately, the number one destination in all of pro wrestling. And she decided to walk away from that for what she believes, similar to Mercedes Moné. And what Trinity has done is decided that she's going to go ahead and she's going to blaze her own trail, maybe at a lesser company, but still on a national stage and do her thing. And I think that she definitely comes out victorious. I think she's impressive in her performance, and I think it leads to a very, very quick title shot.
I like that as well. I think Giselle Shaw's been amazing. I've seen some really nice things that she's done that she probably doesn't think anyone's noticed on Facebook and Twitter, just from friends who've been at like conventions and stuff like that. And I'll see like pictures of it. I saw she was really nice to someone's mother that was like in a group that I'm in. And I thought that was really cool. But I'm sorry, Giselle, it ain't your time.
Right.
It's Trinity. Trinity is who they are going to bank on and put a lot of work behind. But I do like that we have two people debuting on this card, Trinity, and there's one other one that we're going to talk about in a couple matches here, that they're not just giving them the title shot. They're not just saying, like, here you go. They're like, no, you're going to earn it.
Money.
You're going to do this. Hey, so I like it. I got Trinity picking up the dub here as well in this one. Trinity for the win, no questions. Her pay-per-view debut, you got to give her the W. Terrell coming in talking about the basketball. Speaking of basketball in NY, New York Liberty's game was awesome. Stewart broke the franchise record yesterday. I'm going to the August 6th game against Candace Parker and the Vegas Aces.
Enjoy. Candace Parker was a crush of mine for a long time. I think she's gorgeous.
And nothing's better than some good old basketball in New York, man.
That's a fact. Go Liberty.
Next matchup.
And go Julius Randle, as in go off the team.
Come on now. You'll be back. As soon as you start hearing them draft the pickups they're going to make, you'll see him out there.
I'm a Knicks fan till the day that I leave this earth, but Julius Randle, I respect his hustle, but he's not good for team chemistry. We need to bring somebody else in.
So you're saying he's got to go.
I'm saying he has to go, and I'm saying that RJ Barrett has one more year to prove that he shouldn't go.
Okay. You heard it from Sean. He's
Yes,
letting you know. Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championship. This match has my attention. You have ABC representing the Bullet Club, Chris Bay, Ace Austin, taking on Subculture. You may recognize them from NXT UK. I think this match has the potential to be match of the night if you let them rock. What do you think of this one here, Sean?
I think it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. ABC. Do re mi, you and me. I think ABC retains. I love the Bullet Club. I love the Impact Wrestling incarnation of the Bullet Club. I think that they're doing the kind of making chicken salad out of chicken whatever, and I think that they're doing a good job of it. I think ABC retains.
Yeah, I'm going with you on that. I think ABC's been the perfect tag team. I think these are two guys that you're going to want to build your company around if you can keep them long enough. But if I'm other companies, let's say a little bit bigger, they're on my radar. I heard a rumor not too long ago that Cody wanted to sign Chris Bay, and he had just signed that Impact deal before they had announced AEW was starting and everything. And it's probably one of those like, what could have been.
Yeah, it's true.
But you can't look at it like that. He's still rocking. I think those will be two hot free agents when their contracts do come up. And this was the other match I was talking about. Legend in the game. Kenny King. Someone who I always felt never got enough respect. Definitely healed it up on me a couple times in live crowds.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what it is. Versus the returning Nick Aldis, the world's heavyweight champion from NWA. What do you think of this one?
There's no way a top 5 talent in the world of professional wrestling goes into Impact and loses on a night like Under Siege. I like Kenny King, but Kenny King's not winning this match. He can't win this match. Nick Aldis cannot lose this match, and he won't.
Kenny King was the future when he came to Impact in, I can't remember if it was 2010 or 2011 at this point. When he came then, that was Kenny King's time. Now, I think they've missed the boat with Kenny King and all these companies. I think Kenny King is now the wise veteran who you could put in these high-level spots, let him perform, but Nick Aldis is the guy that they're going to be trying to push towards in the future. So I'm right there with you. But this is going to be a good showing for him. Let's see what Aldis does. He's been out for 4 months?
Yeah, he's been
probably longer.
Yeah,
probably more like 6. But he's back. Let's see what he brings to the table. Either one of these matches could main event. But let's talk the Knockouts World Championship match. Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordynne Grace. If Jordynne loses, she cannot get a match for the Knockouts title as long as Deonna is champion.
I've said it before, Conrad. Deonna Purrazzo, in my opinion, is the most improved female wrestler in professional wrestling in the past year and a half. I think she has upped her game in a major, major way. And I think that she's made herself very marketable. I think other companies are looking at her. And whenever her contract comes up, I don't know when that is, but I have a great deal of respect for her. And I think she wins. I think this is a typical, if you don't beat me, you'll never get a shot as long as I'm champion again. Kind of, I think we've seen this 1,000,001 times, and I think it goes the way we expect it to go. At least I expect it to go. I think Purrazzo retains. I think that she's going to go on another lengthy run, and I think she definitely wins on Friday.
Rumor has it currently that Deonna's contract could be, or not Deonna, Jordynne Grace, excuse me, his contract is up. Actually, I heard both are coming up soon, but. Oh man, this makes it very interesting what they end up having to do here. You've got 2 of the best women's wrestlers, and with Grace, could she go to AEW? Could she go to WWE? Because I can see WWE would really. She's got the look that they like. She's got the look. I could see maybe Tony Khan even saying like, "Hey, we got to boost up the women's division. Let's get some more talent over here because of what he's got going on." We'll get into that momentarily. I don't know who to pick on this one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Deonna Purrazzo. I'm gonna play it safe. I think that's the safer pick right now. but I have no reason for it at all. I'm just going safer.
Big shout out to Jordan Grace. She and I talked on Twitter a couple times. She's cool.
Right. McKinney said TNA needs like 5 more women. It's like a great 8 round robin. They need a shot of newbies or something. They've added Kylan King. They've added a couple people in. They sprinkle them in, and then you just don't realize it. Jody Threat's there now too. There's some new people in there. Give them time. Give them time. We got a Knicks question for you from Terrell. He said, "Facts, Hubbard. Julius got to go, but do you sign Zion if you're the Knicks?"
It's tough. He's so injury prone. I'm giving him the ultimate physical, bro. I mean, I'm bringing every doctor in. I'm getting 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 21st opinions to make sure his legs, his back, everything is okay. If he's healthy, it's a no-brainer. But man, you got to make sure he's healthy. I'll say yes, but it's a reluctant yes.
Okay. That might have been Zion calling me there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Main event time. No DQ for the World Championship. The only way you can do a match with PCO has to be no DQ. Steve Macklin versus PCO. PCO is not human, man. I don't know when this guy's going to hang it up, but so much respect to him. And that's going back to the days of the Quebecers, Jean-Pierre Lafitte, whatever he's done.
We're like the Mountie. We're handsome. We're brave. We're strong.
You were the guy buying them action figures. I've always wondered who was cheering for this man that he stayed on TV.
I loved the Quebecers. I loved them. They were so fun.
With Johnny Polo as their manager.
Yes. Oh, yes. Great times in the tag team division back then.
Right? Dustin, come on now. What do you like though for this one though? Macklin's a brand new champion, but PCO's not been to the top of the mountain in Impact yet.
Yeah, but I think PCO's big moment, which I wrote about on HubbardWrestlingWeekly.com a couple years ago, his moment was winning the ROH title. He deserved it. He's a tremendous wrestling talent. I have a lot of respect for him. I don't think he has another moment on Friday. I think it's an amazing story if he does. I'm cheering for PCO all the way. I just, as an analyst, though, I have to be honest and say I don't think he's going to win.
Okay. All right. We got people saying that they see a Jordan Grace heel turn. I'm going with Steve Macklin. Macklin's been that guy. I thought even if Josh stayed and he didn't get injured, I thought it was Macklin's title to win. He was there. He was going to put you down, and he was going to become the champ. Some people say they're hoping Aldis becomes the world champion. What a story that would be for him to go from being Brutus Magnus to the world champion once again.
Yep.
He's going to get to walk around and do that thing, man. Kenny and Aldis is going to be a banger. We got Purrazzo and Grace. Purrazzo is too tough to beat right now. I'm not even a particular fan of hers, but I respect her game. I think she retains. Jordan Grace has too many chances. I was there when Kenny King eliminated the Great Muta and Jushin Thunder Liger at MSG at the same time. What a heel.
I was there as well.
Kenny King. So if I've never told this story, I'm going to tell it on here now so you guys can all hear it. Kenny King, when I went to a Ring of Honor event, I'll never forget. I don't remember if it was taped or not, but I was sitting pretty close to the front row to where he could definitely hear us. And we were sitting down there and I was like, hey, yo, what's the score of the Bills game during his match? And he was offended. This is when the Bills sucked too, for the record. So he was offended. He was like, I know you didn't just ask about the Bills game when I'm wrestling. And he jumped down. He's like, the Bills suck. You need to be paying attention to me in the All Night Express. Look at the ring. Forget about them Bills. They ain't gonna make the playoffs anyway. They suck. Pay attention. I was like, wow. He really got into it. And we were just like, this guy. It was great though. Good stuff. Always respected.
Classic heel. I like it.
What is this? The Mountie fan club? Everyone just coming out talking about they love the Mountie.
Mountie was good. He was fun.
He was. That Intercontinental Championship when he won it broke my heart, man. For like a week, I was hurt as a kid.
Bret Hart should have took some vitamin C and got himself together. I don't care if he had 108 fever, like Bobby the Brain said.
They were trying to give him an out any way they could. We got the Great Piper moment though from that.
And then Gorilla was like, "Oh, shut up, Bobby. He'd be dead."
I can see Trinity dethroning Deanna at Slammiversary or Bound for Glory. I'll take either one.
Probably Bound for Glory. I'm with you.
I'm excited for Slammiversary. That's usually one of their better shows.
It is.
Macklin will retain. He's not going to lose in his first defense, Quill says. Oh, here we go.
Jeez. I hate that guy.
Doug, I'm walking here. He wasn't walking that night. He was getting rolled up for the L.
I'm walking here, daggone it. I'm walking here. I'm the Mountie.
You got the chat in a frenzy, bro.
Strong. I'm the Mountie.
That's not even his best song, though.
What's his best song?
Oh, don't make me pull out the Rougeau Brothers theme.
Wow.
The All-American Boys.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
That joint had some heat to it. Moving on, Sean. We got to talk about this beaut.
Jeez.
We have to crown ourselves a new world champion. It's just time. Are you excited about this one? Talk some Night of Champions, man.
Oh.
Don't sound sad, Sean. Come on.
WWE sucks, bro. Like, seriously. These happen to be two of my favorite guys in the company, but it's just another reminder that, like, whoever loses this match is going to end up falling all the way back down the card. It's just, I said Seth is going to win. I would not be mad if AJ wins. It's just looking at that title is just a prime example of how WWE gets everything wrong. It's like the title design is just another marketing ploy. They should have just brought back Big Gold in its original form with the WWE logo at the very top, but they had to slap that ridiculous world symbol in the middle like the idiots they are. You know what would have been a good idea? It would have been a good idea to bring back Big Gold, but that's a good idea, and you know what that means. So anyway, just like having Seth Rollins be world champion is a good idea, but you also know what that means. So I say Seth wins, but
I don't think you can go wrong in either situation here.
I love AJ. I have so much respect for AJ Styles. I do.
Let's run through this card here. I'm gonna try and go like worst to matches I'm most looking forward to. Let's try to do Trish and Becky. This one's got the least juice to me. Do you care about this? Like, be for real. Honestly, like, is there a care in your heart about this match?
No, there's not. I do like heel Trish. I think that she's better as a heel. She doesn't want to make me throw up as much as she does when she's a face. But Becky's gonna win. She's gonna put Becky over, and I don't know. I don't know. See, that's the problem. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it doesn't intrigue me at all. There's no excitement to this match. Matter of fact, I'll say Trish wins and sets up a SummerSlam match.
Okay. And this is going to be happening in Jeddah, I believe, as well for the show. Yeah. Let's go to, I guess Gunther and Positive Ali. What are we doing here? They definitely fooled me on that Battle Royal, though, to give him the dub.
It's a nationalistic play, and he deserves his moment, but he's not going to win at the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? It's a nationalistic play. You know, he's going back home to, I guess, his home country. I'm speculating. I believe that's his home country. And
isn't he from Chicago?
No, his home origin. Let's put it that way. You know, and I think it's a play on nationalism. You know what I'm saying? Just similar to the way we've seen things before. But he's not going to win. You know, and to me, Ali deserves better. He's going to get destroyed by Gunther. This is going to be like Ricochet versus Brock.
Ooh. But Gunther's been on a great roll. And listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. What up, Noobco TV? I appreciate you, fam. I see you always giving the shout-outs and stuff on Twitter to us.
Appreciate you, man. Welcome.
When it comes to Gunther, I want you guys to know that in about, what is it right now? It's the end of May. Let's say 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I predict Gunther is going to be in the main event picture. I don't know if they want him to break the Honky Tonk Man's record. At this point, you might as well just let it rock and let him break it. But
you know how I feel about the Honky Tonk Man, but I'm gonna chill. You're
You
right.
know how I feel about the honky tonk man, so I need that record to be broken.
You're 100% right. I'm just saying I like the honky tonk man. But go ahead.
But Gunther, they're trying to build this guy up to be something. Triple H sees it in him, and he's different than anyone else on the roster. He's big, he's slimmed down though. He did exactly what the company asked him to do. He will chop you away. I'm telling you, there's something there. There's something there. So I think
Gunther's my guy. I have hitched my wagon to Gunther a long time ago. I
was rooting for him in the Rumble. Like you wanted him to win kind of at the end.
As a matter of fact, he's my tremendously, ridiculously early prediction to win the Royal Rumble next year.
I'm gonna have to see how SummerSlam and Money in the Bank play out before I say that right now. Dustin, we talked about that at the top of the hour. If you want to go back and check that out. See, Joel knows he loves that theme too. It's a guilty pleasure, right? You don't want to be caught at the gym like getting your curl on listening to All American Boys, but Jimmy Hart made some bangers back in the day. I prefer Bret Hart's old theme in like '92 than the one he had later in '96.
100%. The extra guitars killed it for me.
Yeah, Rated Tokyo. That's totally messed up. People are doing that, totally messed up.
Montreal to Memphis, Parlez-vous français? I'm mad that I remember that. Oh my god!
Somebody said, "Way to dampen the mood" when I started singing that. Noob said Trish is winning. Trish and Becky. I'm going with Becky. I'm going with Becky too. And we both just agreed with Walter getting the dub. Did you say Gunther and Ali? Yes. Hard side, she said. Jocelyn, not feeling it. I don't care that I'm embarrassing myself. You can't with that song. You can't.
Having fun, man.
All right, let's pull this back up. What match do we not want to see next here?
I'm tired of the Bianca Belair bashing. It's getting really ridiculous. Like I'm about to block some people. That's how bad it's getting. Like people need to lay off because like they're disrespecting Shorty and it's ridiculous at this point. Like she's a tremendous wrestler, a tremendous talent. I know we talked about this before, but I seen some new stuff in my feed last week, and I'm ready to block some people. I'm not gonna cap because she's getting disrespected, and I really don't know why. The girl's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, it's not her fault that you don't have a division for her.
Exactly. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. Like, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of the Bianca.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth, Sean. I think overall, it's a women's division problem that they've been dealing with.
Okay.
Like they don't have anybody for the women's division. There are several very talented folks, but there's nothing for them to do. You got to give them something to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And Asuka's another victim of this. Why is Asuka heel now?
Just because they need a heel for Bianca, I guess. It's stupid.
Asuka went through that whole transformation at the Rumble. People were buying into and believing in her. You gave her the shot at Mania, and then she still lost. And now we're supposed to believe now she's going to do it? I don't know.
And by the way, to take a little bit more time on this, I'm not saying that Bianca should never lose. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying stop disrespecting her. Like people are disrespecting her as a human being on social media, and I don't understand. It's disgusting. Oh, they're playing favorites. Oh, she's not. She's just an athlete. She doesn't have. Oh, she doesn't cut intelligent promo. Are you serious, bro? Like, it's disgusting. Like I said, I'm not saying she should never lose, but show that woman some respect.
Another match is Asuka Bianca Belair. I'm going to block some Asuka fans on Twitter. I'm so sick of the complaining. Yeah, I'm with you, Newt. We feel the same way about it. What's a good idea? I'd like to see a Raw champion holding the Raw title and a SmackDown champion holding the SmackDown.
Yo, easy. That's a good idea. You know what that means.
They're probably just going to leave it and hope no one notices the belts are different colors. Just leave it.
So stupid.
Pro Wrestler Shoot said, "Stale, we argue about Bianca all the time. Listen, I'm telling you now, no one's going to be talking this when I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If Bianca wins again, there's only one person who can beat her then, and you know who it's going to be. She's going to come back and cash in her Charlotte in the Bank. Sean, look at me, bro, look at me. You know I'm telling you the truth right now. She's going to come back, cash in the Charlotte in the Bank, and she's going to be like, here, I need this. Another title reign coming. Boom, flip over. She gets the win or figure eight, whatever she's going to do. I'm sick of it. Bianca's here every single week. Every single week doing what she needs to do. I like it, and I still think Bianca and Montez are going to go heel eventually. Fine, I'm cool with that. But why does Charlotte have to come back? Like, you book her like this, and then you're like, why don't you like her? Charlotte is talented. I'm not taking anything from her. It's the way you present her. I want a title shot now. Who is she?
She's very spoiled, and that's not her. And it's not even her fault. The management needs to do better. But
it's just what they believe, man. They get you every single time when they do this stuff. So I don't know. I'm just, when are they swapping the belts? What draft? Paul Heyman was on Raw last week. Visitor on his phone.
Yeah, I did see that was. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of cool. Like I like what they were trying to do.
I just get frustrated with these draft rules that they put in place and then they never follow them. Garbage. Let me see here. Asuka is going back to Kana. I thought that, but I just don't believe it now. They have her doing the same stuff she was doing before. I feel like the old man's calling this one a little bit, and I'm not feeling it.
If I were Asuka, I would run from WWE as quickly as I could. I would pull.
I think it's too late.
Yeah, I would pull. What's her name? I would pull the young lady who just lost to Sasha a month ago.
Kyrie.
I would pull a Kyrie like in a heartbeat.
They might have to. At the same time, Bianca needs to retain just in case for the rumored heel turn she's getting towards the summertime.
Yeah.
I feel Cody and Brock needs a fight pit match between them would be wild, Ray says. We'll get into them in 1 second here. Let's
oh boy.
Wrong card there.
Oh boy.
Wink face. All right. Let's talk Cody and Brock, I guess.
Let's talk Cody and Brock. Why don't we?
Yeah, it's a match. It's happening. I did like Brock's promo the other week. Look at my face. Like, just what?
How articulate, Brock. What a great wordsmith you are.
Look at it. Brock is there for the bread, and we know it. But I love that he doesn't hide it. He's like, I don't, whatever, dude. What do you want me to do? I'm going to jack you up. They're really trying to push Cody here. I don't know. I feel like Brock should win this one. That's just me talking. If you're going to do the whole 3 series, which I think they are, Cody needs to take an L. So Brock's been losing a lot lately. I can't front.
I actually predicted Brock's going to win, so I agree with you.
Yeah. I'm just taking Brock in this one just because I got nothing else behind it.
You want to talk about NXT? Is this like a subliminal message you're throwing up there?
No. So here's the thing. The pictures are very small, guys, and it keeps dropping down. So where the mouse goes, it drops down to where that picture is, and I keep seeing it. And I'm like, oh, let me click that. And I'm like, that is not what I wanted to click. So we're live, pal. Let's do this tag title match next, I guess. Unless you have something else to add about Cody and Brock.
We're good, bro.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. First off, let me say this. Sami Zayn going here is absolutely crazy still. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, but they're good. It's peaceful now. That don't mean things can't change. I don't know, man. We'll see. I just hope they take good care of them. All right.
I'm still holding out that something could happen on SmackDown. I mean, I'm guessing they're already on the way, but who knows what the SmackDown taping? Well, actually, I already know what's gonna. I gotta take that back. I already know what's gonna happen on SmackDown.
I never looked either when you sent me that message.
So let me take that back, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. So yeah, the tag match is gonna happen. So I mean, I guess she's just able to go. I guess things like you just said are okay at the moment.
I don't know, man. I don't know with this. The idea of Sami. So do you think Sami and them are losing? So Roman Reigns is challenging for this. If they let Roman Reigns win this has to be a prank on Paul Heyman so that he has to walk around with all these belts around him so that he's heavy.
No, they're not going to win. I mean, I think Solo's going to take the loss, or it's going to be a disqualification, one of the two. As a matter of fact, that is my prediction. I believe that the Usos get involved and they get disqualified, as in the Bloodline gets disqualified, which leads to further yawn issues between the Usos and Roman Reigns. I mean, I'm not going to go down this path again. It was just 4 months ago that this would have been epic, but now it's just whatever. But yes, and that shows you how sad it is. That I think that this match is going to end. Matter of fact, I think if there were betting odds on this match, if this was like a real sporting event, like as in like a legitimate, we know wrestling's not fake; it's just predetermined. But if this was like football, basketball, baseball, if there were betting odds on this match, I would put my money on Usos interference, disqualification, Sammy and Kevin win. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay, and then they eventually get to that. So do you think that big rematch is happening? Everyone assumes the booking is leading towards Money in the Bank, Usos versus Roman and Solo.
Yes.
What are we doing here? Everyone's saying Solo is taking the L in this one.
I don't. I think Solo taking the L is kind of an easy way to go as it relates to we can't have Roman Reigns lose and we can't have Sammy and Kevin lose the titles yet. I think you do the middle round. I think the Usos cost them the match with a disqualification.
Listen, this is their
on SmackDown. Why did you interfere in my match? I'm the tribal chief. Why did you interfere in my match? I'm the head of the table. You don't move unless I tell you to move. You don't talk unless I tell you to talk. Jimmy, do you understand me? And then Jimmy stares at him and says, and then Jay jumps in, we apologize. And Jimmy's like, why are you apologizing? Because he's the head of the table. Weren't you just fighting with him a couple of months ago? Yeah, but I feel better about him now. Well, Jimmy, are you mad at him now? Yeah, but my brother says to be nice, so I'm going to be nice. Shut up.
Casey says, this is dumb. Night of Champions and the main titles aren't being defended. You know.
It's like a broken record. The Usos do something to mess up. Solo looks at him like he wants to kill his own brothers. Like, it's ridiculous. What is this, Kane versus Undertaker? It's like Solo looks like he wants to rip the Usos' throat out. Like, how unrealistic is this crap?
Well, Sean, you know who loves those type of stories. It's the classic Greek mythological, but you know what I mean? Like, it's basic storytelling 101.
Yeah.
With this, I'm going to predict that I think what's going to happen is what you said. The Usos are going to cost them. They're going to have this big tag match. And I think at SummerSlam, if they really wanted to waste the briefcase so that way it's not in the picture and fans will be hurt. This is just an early prediction from your boy. Once we get to it, I'll let you know the real prediction. But right now in my head, Cody wins Money in the Bank. He says, I want to challenge you in Detroit, SummerSlam. He thinks the Usos are on his side. Roman gets them back. They turn on him. Roman wins again. LOL, Roman wins. And then Cody's going to have to battle all the way through until he can get to the Royal Rumble. And that's where I think it's going.
Oh, my God. This is exhausting.
Casey said, I'll acknowledge that this reign should have ended already. Dustin says, gotta drag this out so Roman's title is even longer. Gotta surpass Bruno. He ain't surpassing Bruno. Yeah, by the way, the Universal title is the belt that he has the record for, not the WWE Championship. They're gonna say that though.
Yeah, they never said he's the longest reigning WWE champion. He's the longest reigning champion.
Yeah, they're trying in the modern era.
Modern era, exactly.
That's another classic WWE trope. And main event time, Seth, AJ. We've talked about it. You could either way. I think you're fine. There's just what you could do, what you should do. You could have AJ and flip some stuff around. You could have AJ win, trade Cody over. You could do a few things. I don't know what's the best route to go. I think AJ should be elevated to the world title. I fear if he loses, he's going right back to where he was.
Yeah, I said that earlier, bro. I agree.
Yeah, so I'm going to take Seth for the win.
Yeah, I'm going Seth as well. I'm going the guy who can, have everybody sing his song.
We'll leave that where it is tonight. We're going to leave that where it is. Cody's story is the John Cena story. Yeah, I've said that since 28. Exactly. The 1 year build. I'm back at this moment. I can do it. Someone said exactly. SummerSlam ends one way. Roman losing. I don't know. We live in a world where Fight Forever is coming out before Roman loses his titles. Dang, that is kind of true that it lines up that the video game that started getting made when he became champ is finally coming out.
And by the way, Roman doesn't lose until Philadelphia next year.
Gomar says he thinks AJ's winning. I want AJ Styles to win, Matt Lopez. AJ's one of my all-time favorites. Would love to see him get one last run, Ray says. I'm with Casey Briggs. This night of champions, why are not title matches on a card which is supposed to involve champions? Thus, the title of the PLE. That'd be a good idea, but you know what that means.
Ooh, nice. Nice, Quills.
But Seth's going to win, I think. Dustin says he wants Seth to win. AJ should definitely be winning, but AJ should have never re-signed when him and the boys OC never get, or they never get any TV time.
Super facts.
Someone said no personal bias there. AJ should have went back to Impact or go to AEW. AJ had a good thing going too, though. He was pushed at the time when he re-signed. I have AJ winning. Also, what's the situation with Edge? Did he retire or is he going to AEW? I can't. Didn't Edge is on SmackDown, right? I haven't heard anything. I think he's all right.
Edge is going to challenge for the title and lose, and that's going to be his last match.
Right? He could join Christian and Luchasaurus with Gangrel. Gangrel, right? The dinosaur with the goblet. What is this?
The Brutosaurus.
Nice shirt. Whoever wins it all. What's Popeye's favorite food? Y'all ever see that video? I don't know what you're talking about, Casey. You have to send me that. I have no idea. AJ stayed for the bus. Rollins gets the W just for it to be on Raw as it was supposedly planned to be. We'll see. We'll see. Quickly, we have a NXT Battleground show. I don't really have a care for this.
Neither do I, especially with the next show we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I mean, listen, NXT, these shows are usually pretty good. The matches look pretty good. I think that they'll deliver, but not a lot of care right here for what they're going to be trying to do. Noam Dar's back. Dragon Lee will be on this card. You got Tyler Bate, Joe Gacy, and Wes Lee competing for the North American Championship. I would run through this, but we don't have a lot of time. Hopefully my man Carmelo Hayes retains. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I care about.
We'll leave that one right there. He said, check your Insta. I'll send it. Okay. NXT counter booking. You know how that goes. Don't say that. Some people get upset. But let's get into. You want to do Collision, or you want to talk one more wrestling card? You want to break?
So we can talk Collision.
Let's do Collision. It's time. We got a new wrestling show to watch on Saturday, Sean.
WCW Saturday night. I mean AEW Collision.
I like that they're doing the nostalgia look, though. Like, the things we get mad at WWE for, AEW gives them to you. Like, nah, we got to have this look like the Nitro logo. Even the TNT, they tried to blend it in with the new logo. Like, look. And you can just hear the music. When I play it, don't you just hear, damn.
Actually, I when I look at it, the logo is Nitro, but the backdrop is
Saturday night live at 6:05. This is the mothership, baby. If you will, we got commode lids. We got Big Bubba Rogers choking people with tricycles. We out here.
Our main event: Ric Flair versus Das Wunderkind, Alex Wright.
Yo, Alex Wright was my guy, man. I'm not gonna front. I loved him. Loved him. Look, I just want AEW in Buffalo this year. We got a weird show, B-Boy. I don't know if we're going to get it back here in Buffalo for a minute. We had that show after All Out where everybody was like, we're going to get to see Punk, and this is going to be great. The Elite are going to be here. And we came, and it was like, wah, wah, wah. And we just had to deal. Let me see. NXT will be better than Night of Champions, someone said. Woo, that's bold.
That's a hot take right there.
Casey said, let's talk about how Bischoff needs to shut up. Yeah, I don't want to even talk about Bischoff and
Facts.
his stupid claims
Facts.
about Hogan's a better person than CM Punk. Get out of here. I hope we get a Nitro set.
Real reckless.
Yeah, I love the look of these graphics. People are saying in the chat. Casey wrote that. Yeah. So Collision has some drama with it. It's got some drama with it. Allegedly. We don't know how true any of this is. Allegedly. Our good friend, Mr. CM Punk, was supposed to be on the graphics. Some people said he wasn't. Raj Giri, I don't know if he's with Wrestling Inc. anymore, but Raj Giri was reporting that he heard that AEW Legal had some letters sent to Punk saying he needs to show up. I'm sure this is all part of the game, though, of back and forth with lawyers when you're pulling the once again, Sean, I told you that they fostered this environment. Brother, they've shown you how to strong arm to get what you want. I think there was a miscommunication. So allegedly, the beef is all over Ace Steel, if you believe any of this story, that Ace Steel was supposed to be brought back, suggested by Chris Jericho, according to Fightful, doing a lot of referencing in this, trying to credit everybody who came up with the stories. Jericho said, as a peace treaty to Punk, let's bring Ace Steel back, because obviously he feels we both, if you're bringing me back, why can't he come back? I brought him in, like, this is wrong. He was defending me. Why is he the only one who got fired? You didn't fire Cutler or any of the other people who were involved in this too. Cool, whatever. But then it was told that he's only coming back virtually. AEW has denied he's hired. Nick Hausman from Wrestling House said that obviously Ace Steel's been hired for months. For months, you didn't tell your talent this, and they were pretty messed up. Sean, this is going to be interesting, man. I want to hear your thoughts.
It is just one of those things. You just don't know exactly what's what and who's who in the situation. Obviously, CM Punk has some access to grind. AEW has some access to grind. I think he'll eventually show up. I think that's the way it's going to play out. We still have a big announcement about where the show's going to be. Like, who cares, bro? But, you know, I think...
I know if you don't have someone, you better not go to Chicago.
No question. If it's in Chicago, that'll be a definite indication that CM Punk's coming back. And if he's not... And I think that's the bottom line here. I think that we're going to know exactly what's what by the time that announcement's made. They're going to announce whether CM Punk is going to come back by not having to announce it. Meaning, all they're going to have to say is that Collision's going to be either in Chicago or not. And if it's not in Chicago, you know CM Punk's not coming back. And if it is in Chicago, you can bank on it. So... that's pretty much it.
No lies told. No lies told.
All this legality and all this crap that's going back and forth. CM Punk is a jerk. Khan is a jerk. The elite are jerks. It's like this whole thing never needed to be what it is. And now we have to go through all this legal mucky muck to figure out who's who and what's what.
Sean,
yeah.
I agree with you, but you're forgetting names. We're fumbling the bag for Colt Cabana.
Yeah,
what does he do?
That's true.
What does he do? I'm sorry, but you got to go. If you're the root of this, what's up with this, bro?
Exactly.
If you're a problem, okay, fine, separate them.
Factor, then you need to figure that out. Yeah.
Hangman ain't off the hook either. I see how he's been doing the good boy trail lately too. No, I listen to veterans sometimes. It's just that, I wanted to clear the air since no one's ever asked me about this. If you would have never said that in the first place, maybe half these problems would have never happened.
This is true.
Or maybe if your friends would have disciplined you, this wouldn't have happened. And maybe if Tony would have disciplined Punk after he went off shooting off at the mouth, this would have never happened. This all comes down to holding people accountable.
100%.
Collision's looking like WCW Nitro. I wonder if the old set will be there too. I got a good picture for us here in a second to bring up. Collision's main event will be Jeff Jarrett versus Serpentico. Cut it out. And Jarrett's going over. Bro, Punk is shooting himself in the foot. AEW and Warner Bros. Discovery will not let Ace Steel come back. He was the major aggressor in Brawl Out. His wife was backstage with a broken foot too, though.
Right.
Like, no offense, I've always told people this: if you start fighting and it's near my kid and my kid gets knocked over, now it's on. You know what I mean? Like,
no problem. That's of epic proportion. Yeah.
I saw like a corner store fight. I don't know where it was. I don't know if you saw this recently, but they were like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the kid got knocked over. It would have been over, bro. I'm coming in there and knocking both y'all out. What are you doing, bro? Like, get out of here with that mess.
You're putting my family in danger because of foolishness?
Right. And listen, he's a guy who stuck up for his friend. And I think Punk's trying to repay the favor. I feel bad that you got into something with me because I was there, but you happened to just be there with me. And you were like, yo, you're not about to jump him. Once again, street smarts for 1 second, folks. 3-on-1. If you ever come near me 3-on-1 like that and say, listen, we just want to talk. No, you don't. No, you don't. And if you're trying to do something, I'm about to fight you. Like, don't do that.
Without question.
And I think they made a boneheaded decision without consulting Tony, because he was obviously sitting in another room talking, instead of saying, let's ask the boss what we should do tomorrow. That's what you should have did, and hit the showers and went back to the hotel since you didn't have anything else to do.
Super facts.
I don't get it, man. A great weekend to enjoy wrestling, no matter your taste. That is a fact, Jocelyn. That is a fact. He threw a chair and knocked Nick out and bit Omega for picking up Punk's dog, so he didn't get stepped on. What? No. That's the story you've heard. We don't know the real story, is the truth of the matter. We don't know what led up to all of this. I don't know what happened backstage. Casey advocated for
it's all speculation. I mean, we realize that there's the biggest problem is a lack of professionalism and a lack of leadership. We've said that from the start.
And there's a problem with the wrestling media too, I think. I think Alvarez, so I don't know if you saw this part, but CM Punk went after him on Instagram. For once, he was like, no, it's your turn now to get called out.
Right.
Punk said he's a liar about things and all that. But I didn't know that Maria stuff. Did you peep that?
No.
Okay, so David Bixenspan must have sent an email years ago to CM Punk. Brian Alvarez used to run this angle, I guess, about liking Maria or something. And CM Punk, and he always said bad things about Punk. And then someone posted, like the old Wrestling Observer, CM Punk is at the peak of where he'll be in ECW right now. Guys like him don't make it to the level that they do. And I'm like, what was Punk thinking then in 2011 when it finally happened? And Alvarez said this about him.
Right.
So now there's hostility probably there. And then you wanted to date Punk's girlfriend, and it was weird. And then he said he was a danger to women in the locker room. And this was back in like 08, 10 era, around then.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? So now you call this man something that he doesn't think he is. And now I'm like, so that's why he's always mad. See, CM Punk doesn't wake up and just get mad. I think he's the person that when you started with him, he doesn't know how to end it.
I think he is jaded, though.
Yeah. Bro, I get like that too, though. I'm just saying, some people, once you started with them, once you light that fuse, it's not until it goes off.
Right.
If this isn't a work, I'm starting to feel like someone in the back higher than an EVP that's doing things that don't make sense. I'm old. I'm watching children play with M's finna fumble the bag. Yeah. Playing with millions. Apparently Cole Cabana is a wrestler / producer. That's fine. But when your homies have all the power, Punk has not been treated like a top guy from all these stories that you've heard. When Moxley's making demands and you're saying, but Phil, you're the top guy around here, it feels just like WWE Randy Savage again. But we got to satisfy Moxley tonight. Okay, I'll do it. He did it. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, I'll lose to him. But why are you told me I'm the top guy. You're not listening to me. You know what I mean? It's a fight for attention. Same thing with Vince. It's wrestling.
Like petulant children, bro.
100%. And some of them don't get there. He said, how did we get here again? Squalor. Stop, Rob. Rob, Collision Parks led to Punk. Yep. Man, Alvarez must hate Mike Bennett then. Yeah, well, that's his wife now.
I don't know Maria personally, but Maria wouldn't touch that dude with a 10-foot pole, please.
Yeah, so listen, Collision, they got to try to figure out a way to make this happen. All right? They need this show to be a success. Because if you don't have Punk, Sean, can this show succeed without CM Punk? And I'm being like 100% honest. Like, do you think this show?
No, it can't. And I'm gonna be real with you and respond. No, it can't. CM Punk should be a catalyst for this show. However, CM Punk has to conduct himself in a manner that is suitable for a catalyst, and he hasn't. He has not, and he continues to not. And now we have him being. I'm gonna be fair, legitimately angry at some people. And people legitimately mad at him. And we have a show on the line, bro. This is the problem. This garbage.
More than one show.
Yeah, this is getting in the way of.
You knew I was going to sneak that in.
This is getting in the way of some major business, bro. Major business.
M's, millions.
I have never put all the blame on CM Punk. This is CM Punk. This is the Elite. This is Adam Page, who I add to the Elite. This is Tony Khan's lack of leadership. Get out of your own way before you ruin everything, bro. Please, Rampage already sucks.
I think the biggest issue is not only the Punk thing, but look at the other people that they promoted on the card. Samoa Joe, he's a Ring of Honor guy. Punk said he would want to work with him. I'm down with that. We talked about that last week.
I've seen it.
Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker have issues too. You're separating them. Separating people doesn't make it go away, because what's going to happen at Double or Nothing? All Out, All In. They're all going to have to be under one roof. Then what do? You're going to run into these same problems. And then you have people like Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks and others who are casualties of, I don't know what the issue is with them. When they're siding with Punk, they're obviously not elite guys. You get what I'm saying? Like Jungle Boy, he's an elite guy. Luchasaurus, an elite guy. Those are they grew up with them. They came up with them on the indie scene. Colt Cabana, same thing. But then you got people on this other side here that are Team Punk, but they seem like they're the outcasts. They don't have, there's no love for them. You know what I mean? Like,
which is why I reel it back in when I say that I don't think CM Punk's the whole problem. It's a structural problem. It's a company-wide problem. It's a problem where employees of a company feel that they can sit up here and have grievances that lead to them walking away or saying, I don't want to work with this person. To the point where you create a whole new show to separate your freaking talent. Like, you've been around for 3-4 years. You should not have a show separating talent already. This is ridiculous. It's so transparent, Conrad. It's so transparent. It's like looking through glass. This is only because of the internal problems in the company,
which need to be fixed. If Tony doesn't want to be that guy, he needs to hire that guy then.
And we've been saying this for months, bro.
You gotta lay down the law. You gotta put your foot down somewhere. And I see what Punk's saying though. He's saying, if you don't bring my friend back, what did you do to them? They got everything they wanted back. They're still EVPs. They got to come back to the company. Nobody in their group lost their jobs. They get to say CM Punk's name and slander his name. You get what I'm saying? Like, Punk has legitimate complaints that I'm sure Tony's back there like, oh yeah, no, we can do that. I agree. And then when Tony's talking to his other group, they're probably like, absolutely not. He won't come back here. Blah, blah, blah.
By the way, I think that the debut of Collision is going to be at Club La Villa.
Welcome to Panama City, Florida, in the greatest town of wrestling history. I need Schiavone to do that.
Every week, Tony Schiavone said it's going to be the biggest night in history.
Every week. Schiavone was out of it at that point. He did not care. Hollywood, or not Hollywood, I almost said Hollywood. Tony Schiavone in the Hawaiian shirts, he did not care anymore. He was done. McKinney says you're 100% correct, Sean, in your thinking of it. Listen, I'm telling you guys, Punk's got they're afraid of Punk for a reason in all of this. That's my opinion on it, at least. Punk has some type of legal course that they don't want to deal with. And if you get rid of Punk, are you gonna fumble? How do you tell your pops, whoever gives you the money for this, that you fumble $5 million?
For real.
How do you say that? How do you say that for a big contract? And like I said, if Punk goes and you do that, why would Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, John Cena, whoever's a big free agent that you want to come in, if they got to deal with the Elite running their stuff, like, oh, the Elite are going to run it, or they're using their contract stuff against them?
And to your point, that should be the goal. A goal that WCW in their later stages never was able to accomplish. They need to be a company that attracts expiring, legitimate star contracts. But you can't do that when people know what's going on. First of all, people talk within the industry, number one, okay? Punk has friends in WWE. We know that. He already did the Wrestling World Tour a couple weeks ago. So we all know Punk has friends everywhere. So at the end of the day, and we know that the Elite has friends everywhere. So at the end of the day, everybody's talking. You don't want to go to a company, like you said, Conrad, where the inmates run the asylum. You want to go somewhere that has structure. Now, I'm a big proponent of Vince McMahon not being in charge, but that is the one thing that he's done right. He is the boss, and he conducts himself as the boss. He doesn't make smart decisions as the boss, but we all know who the boss. See, there's a difference, Conrad. Vince McMahon is not a good boss, but Vince McMahon is the boss. There's a difference. I never said he was a good boss. I said he was the boss. So at the end of the day, Khan has to be a boss. It's still to be determined if he's a good boss or a bad boss because he doesn't conduct himself as a boss.
I'm leaving that final say for Sean because I could say something bad about Vince. That was
say something. I'm not a fan of Vince
McMahon. No. It was a pot shot that I was going to take just because I hate everybody always compares Tony to Vince sometimes, and I'm like they're not the same. They don't have the same personality even at any level. Right. Vince is charismatic. He belongs on camera. Tony, no, not at all. Tony should never be on camera, in my opinion. The backstage thing, by the way, whoever suggested that to them, thank you. He should have been doing it that way instead of live TV. Where he's like, hello, everyone. You know what I mean? No. Keep that dude doing those backstage vignettes the way you have behind the green screen. It just works out better.
I want to piggyback off of my own point about Vince. See, what Vince does is Vince leans into his decisions. He will lean into it. He will sleep in it. When Vince McMahon feels something, he will go for it full board. Now, that's a problem when you suck at what you do. When you're 1,000,000 years old and completely out of touch, and have bad hair and a bad mustache, you make stupid decisions, okay? Look, how can I trust somebody with my company that doesn't know how to have a proper haircut or have a proper look? He looks like Lucifer, okay? So that's number one, okay? I don't trust any guy that looks like Lucifer. That's number one. But he's a boss. Nobody has any question about where the buck stops in WWE, right? I have a lot of questions about where the buck stops, no pun intended, in AEW.
It's an opposite though, because Vince would meddle into things too deep. He never gave up control. They said he was still making like marketing decisions. Why, bro? You hire people to do that. I don't get it. But he wanted to be
a good boss. He's not a good boss, but he's the boss. See, no company does well without completely solid leadership. Both sides of this equation have leaks in the boat. On one side, you have Vince McMahon, who is a definitive, strong-minded boss who makes terrible decisions. On the other side, you have a guy who is timid, who doesn't stand up and do what's right as it relates to talent relations, but makes amazing decisions as it relates to his on-screen product. If you combine the two, you have the best promoter in the history of professional wrestling.
And here's the thing, though, and I keep telling people this. This is like, I'm sorry, we're getting all into like psychology and stuff like that. Vince is the definition of what an old school boss is, and there are less and less people like that because you didn't like your boss. Vince uses power. He uses fear to get what he wants. Manipulation, thank you. You could go through all of it. Tony doesn't do any of those things because he's not a dominant personality. I know what Tony is. Tony is someone who's trying to get along with everyone. He's like, guys, I just want you to get along. The problem is that everyone has their own personal interest in this, whether it's money, screen time, power, whatever it may be. You're jockeying for position. And like I said, he went up there and said that CM Punk was the best at all these things. And CM Punk has not been treated, in my opinion, like the top guy that he says that he is. He has not treated him that way. And Punk probably feels slighted at some point when it comes to this. That's where I think Tony made a big mistake with all this. Listen, on Wednesday, me and Derek doing the live review. Good plug for you here, Derek. The Dynamite live review. We're going to talk about it. We'll know by then. If they say Chicago, Punk's coming back. There's no way you show up to Chicago without Punk. If they say it's at Daly's place, I don't know how people are going to view that, but not good. And I saw the ticket sales recently for this show. They still haven't swung the momentum all the way back here in the States. They're still down in ticket sales. AEW's got to pick it up. They got to make good decisions. You got to make this thing whole, and you got to make everybody happy in this. It's going to be tough. We'll see what they can do. They've got a card coming up though, Sean. And I swear, if we lived in the West Coast, I would tell you, let's get $40 together and let's watch this thing and let's go live. But I ain't got it like that, and I don't live in the West Coast. They had, I think it was 4 tickets for $40. I saw, crazy. Wow. But I don't know why people aren't traveling to Vegas. Some people have told me it's expensive. Some people are saying it's not that bad. You think it's expensive?
Very much so.
Let's look at the card we have thus far. We have 8 matches lined up for AEW Double or Nothing. Let's start with the bottom and work our way up. Women's TBS Championship. Jade Cargill still reigning out there versus Taya Valkyrie.
Terrible decision to have Taya in this match. Terrible decision.
Oh, wait a minute. Why so?
I think that she's very limited in her character, very limited as it relates to what kind of believability she has to take down Jade Cargill. I think this is going to be a wash. I'm very disappointed that they chose on such a big stage to have her as the challenger for this match. We should start getting into Britt Baker. We should be starting to get into, got people that really have a legitimate. There's no way she's winning this match. And on pay-per-view, you have to have people. This is like Gunther versus Ali.
Listen, I think there's a chance here because here's my fear with Jade's streak.
Oh,
Jade is going to turn into Goldberg. I don't know what match it was. I'm trying to remember at what point. Goldberg got to a point of no return eventually. Maybe it was when he beat Hogan, in my mind, that this guy hasn't lost yet. And now what do you do? Because the moment they lose, the appeal is gone for that person. And I feel like the longer you go on with this with Jade, they're going to start thinking that, like, that's her appeal. She never loses.
But see, WCW did a great thing with Goldberg. The finger poke of doom is what everybody remembers, which is one of the worst decisions in the history of wrestling. But I love the Scott Hall kettle crowd thing at Starrcade. You literally had to stun this guy with a stun gun to stop him. That was cool for me. I had no problem that being Goldberg's first loss. Something catastrophic has to happen in, kayfabe. Catastrophic has to happen to Jade Cargill. That's the issue. The way they did Goldberg in 1998 was fine. You had Scott Hall stun him with a stun gun. I loved it. I thought that was perfectly fine. It could have set up Goldberg winning the title back. It could have set up a long program with Kevin Nash, with Scott Hall, with Hogan, whoever. But of course, they blew it the next week by doing the finger poke of doom. You have to do it right. And I don't think, this particular matchup at Double or Nothing is going to get the job done.
Okay. I think Taya could be.
I think she should have defended the title in the Battle Royal, honestly. Similar to the way that
Orange.
Yes.
And that's the next match we're going to get into here in 1 second. I feel like if it's not Taya, then who? Are you waiting for Statlander to come back?
I'm waiting for Sasha Banks. I'm waiting for Mercedes Moné. That's been derailed because of her injury.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for. You have to have somebody that is epic. Epic. You know what? Let me tell you something. That you should already know, and you probably do already know because you're a smart guy. You have her lose to the wrong person, it nullifies all the 60 wins that have come before it.
I just don't think Ty is the wrong person. She's a veteran in the game. I think she's well respected. Do I think they're going to do it? My prediction is Jade wins, but I wouldn't be upset if Taya did get the W over her because, like I said, I think the plans need to start focusing on Jade needs to get out of here and Jade needs to elevate to the Women's World Championship.
There's only one woman in that company that is legitimately someone that could take the title from her. That's currently under contract with All Elite Wrestling, and that is Britt Baker.
And that's a possibility too. And I would love to see that matchup. That would be big.
And I'm going to go on record, unless it is Britt Baker challenging Jade Cargill, it means nothing to me. And I think Jade Cargill has evolved into one of the best. I thought she was a little bit one-dimensional at first. I think she's evolved. I think she's gotten a lot better. Jade Cargill, her reign will continue to be a yawn until she gets into the ring with either Mercedes Moné, who is not under contract, or Britt Baker.
Let me see here. Casey disagrees about Taya. He's kind of on my side with that. Jade will take Britt down at All In, someone says. I think Goldberg should have lost to DDP. That was a great match. That was another chance you had to do.
That was a great match. I don't know if decisions were changed even at the last minute, because I think, honestly, to this day, 20 years later, I think that they changed their minds. 25 years later, I think they changed their minds. I think that Goldberg was going to lose that night, and they found out about the pay-per-view feed going down, and they changed it.
Jade rolls on until Statlander returns, then give you a few L's, then make her babyface and put her in the main title picture. I could see that. Casey said, "Bro, you are the only person okay with the cattle prod, dude." No, I didn't hate the cattle prod. I was happy that Scott Hall reunited. Like, the Wolfpack was cool to me. Like, I loved the Wolfpack. They were my guys out of the NWO. As long as I didn't have to see Vincent and Brian Adams.
Casey, you cannot have Goldberg. The reason, whether it was a kettle prod, whether it was being run over by a car in the parking lot and he limped into the ring and had a 20-minute match and just couldn't
20-minute match.
Okay, true, again. But at the end of the day, whatever it was, you had to have something catastrophic happen to Goldberg in order for... You cannot have Goldberg run through your entire roster like a hot knife through butter, including Hulk freaking Hogan, including jackhammering the 550-pound giant. You can't have him run through the entire roster and we'll talk about this a lot more another day, and have him lose clean to Kevin Nash or lose clean to anyone. You need to have him stunned with a stun gun. You need to have him run over by a car. You need to have a truck run over his foot. You need to have something crazy happen to that dude, bro.
But don't you think that was a problem too, Sean, though, with how they booked him, though? To where you needed that for him to lose?
Of course, the streak was a terrible idea, but I'm saying by the time we got to Starrcade 98, what choice did you have?
That's true. I mean,
I'm talking about what we had. I'm talking about the way it played out. By the time we got to December of 1998, Goldberg was Superman.
Yeah, he was unstoppable.
So if it takes Scott Hall having to blast you in the heart with a freaking kettle prod, then so be it. I'm not saying it was the best booking. What other So you're telling me, and I'm gonna move on from this, Conrad, because you see I'm getting fired up. And I'm not a Goldberg fan at all. But are you telling me, or Casey, or anybody else, that Kevin Nash was gonna beat Goldberg legitimately with a jackknife powerbomb 1, 2, 3?
And you know what the problem with him was? He took the back seat to Hogan so many times that some people probably didn't believe it at the time. But I thought he was on fire enough to where they could. I don't know. That's weird. I'd have to go back in time.
We need to review this another day, because I can go on about this forever. And for the record, for the 4th time, I am not a Goldberg fan.
Yeah, we can come back and revisit that, because I love the old school take sometimes with that. You'll be waiting 9 months for injury-prone Monet.
Injury-prone Monet?
Listen, don't get me started on injury prone. I had a whole argument with someone about CM Punk, and then when I used Bryan Danielson, oh no, you should never say that. I'm like, you're the one bringing up injury prone. I'm not saying either of them are. You get hurt, you get hurt. Like, that's what happens.
I don't recall Sasha going down that often. But go ahead.
Me either. And she doesn't get all that time off like Charlotte. Sorry.
There you go.
Charlotte showed up for 3 months and then disappeared again. I'm like, how did this happen?
Talk your ish, Conrad. That's a fact.
I'm just saying. I don't like people saying that about Mercedes. And Mercedes put someone over last night.
Yes, she did.
All right. And I know Charlotte did it for Rhea too. Let's not front here. Charlotte did it for Rhea too, but don't start acting like Mercedes ain't done nothing.
Yeah, she did it for Rhea on her way out for another vacation.
Yeah, but don't crap on Mercedes for that. Come on now. Status in AEW original, homegrown. TK can look at her track record. They better not have Britt end that streak, someone said. If Statlander isn't clear, I would have given the belt to Willow. Horace Hogan, you're out of here. You're out of here, buddy. As much as I rock with Orange Cassidy, I don't see him retaining his belt in this Blackjack Battle Royal. Too many variables. And yeah, let's get into that real quick. Orange Cassidy, the OC. He is defending his belt in this Blackjack Battle Royal. I don't know what they're going to do here. Like, if you're the champion, wouldn't you want to enter last? Like, now I'm talking like legitimate like stuff. If I'm the champ, I'm not going in first.
I think this is epic because you either have a new champion, which I predict will happen, or you are making Orange Cassidy look real good.
Bro, he's been looking like, bro, he didn't he get hit with like a pipe and kicked out? I'm like, fam.
I mean, if that's what they're going for, then
You talk about Goldberg.
right.
Come on now. Come on now.
If they're going to make if they're trying to make Orange Cassidy kind of like unbeatable for the next few, this is the way to do it. If he wins this match, watch out.
He is, listen, I tell people this all the time. If you go on AEW and click popular on YouTube, the #1 video is Orange Cassidy. CM Punk's right up there. CM Punk has 2 or 3, and I think Orange has the other 2 or 3. So for the top 10 videos, CM Punk and Orange Cassidy are it. Period. You're not messing with them. But you got to give the guy respect. I see a lot of people try to take a dump on him as per se, and I don't like that for Orange. I think Orange is doing great things, and I think he will continue to do that. Let's get into Chris Jericho, Adam Cole. I don't know how I feel about this. Jericho's feuds have just been meh to me.
Well, you know I love Adam Cole. I mean, how I feel about him facing Jericho, I don't know. I'm assuming Adam Cole needs to win.
Facts, Matt Lopez, facts. Question for Conrad Hubbard. If MJF retains, is it time for Orange Cassidy to be #1 contender? I've said from day one, either Darby, Orange, or The Rock's taking the belt from MJF.
If he wins this Battle Royal, I'd say yes. But not at All In. You have to have, not at All In.
Ray Thompson says he hopes Miro or Andrade wins the Battle Royal. Orange needs to drop the title.
I hope Drew McIntyre wins the Battle Royal.
I think he's still signed until the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've heard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before on that stuff. Orange Cassidy 2023 is 98 Goldberg at this point.
Man, I wouldn't say that.
I don't think he's far off, though, bro. He's kicked out of a lot. The Butcher and the Blade jacked him up one night, and I was like, how did he kick out of this? There's no way. I hope they do draws of 5 to get to 21. That would be dope. They might. I hope they go with their traditional casino battle royal, how they always do it. Getting into this, what do you think? I think Cole wins this, no matter what. I think it's unsanctioned, so Jericho doesn't have to take the official loss.
Yeah, he has to. He wins.
Yeah, Cole's the next challenger for the record for the world title. I'm calling it now. That's who I think is getting the next shot. Wardlow versus Christian Cage in a ladder match.
Well, number one, great job out of AEW by making this a ladder match, because before they made it a ladder match, I could not care less.
Christian always does well in these situations. I think Christian's made Luchasaurus better. I truly believe that.
I'll take it a step further. I think Christian's going to win the match.
Whoa. Not again, bro. Not another short title reign for the War Dog.
He shouldn't have the title to begin with. I don't like Wardlow. I don't know many people who do like Wardlow other than you.
You better come into my chat on Wednesdays and listen to them ladies in there talking. They War Daddy.
They like Wardlow for a different reason, because he's a good-looking guy. I don't give a crap about that.
Yo, they are going in about Orange Cassidy in the chat. He's overpowered, like he's a card, like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Orange Cassidy, you're done. Jericho's one of my faves, but outside of his world title reign, his AEW run has been meh. I think the problem with Jericho is he used to go away all the time, and that's why you liked him. How can I miss you if you never go away? Jericho he's not gone ever, really. He's on Rampage. He's doing commentary. He's too involved, I think, with this. They got me last week. I'm not going to front with that Roderick Strong move that they did where Roddy beat Jericho. I did not think that was going down. TNT Championship. So you're taking Christian to win.
I'm taking Christian to become TNT champion. Yes,
bro, you are bold, my brother. You are.
I am. I'm bold.
I want that to happen just because I love the heat Christian gets. Christian messed up his promo and he was getting booed, so it worked. Like they drowned him out. He was like, yeah. He was just kind of like, yeah. He was a vet, was just like, go ahead, boo me.
Happy accident.
Yeah. So I'm taking Wardlow for the win. I just feel like you can't take the belt off of him that fast. Let's get to the tag titles. This one's got a little. This one's been kind of intriguing though. FTR and Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal have their friend in the middle as the referee, Mark Briscoe, challenging for the tag team titles. This is gonna be some. I think it's gonna be like that old school tag team wrestling here.
You can't have FTR lose. You just can't, bro. Like I have to say FTR just because I pray to God it has to be FTR, and there's no way.
As soon as you see one guitar shot and the referee sees the shards of guitar and acts like they didn't know what happened.
Oh my God! Please, I hope not, because that would be really bad. Oh man! And
Karen Jarrett was in their corner.
I have more respect for Jeff Jarrett than most. I have more respect for Jeff Jarrett than most, but he cannot win this match. Him and Jay Lethal cannot win this match.
It's my world.
Oh God.
I'm with you and Casey. FTR is going to pick up the dub here. Man, Sean, you might have been right about Wardlow. There was a lot of Wardlow hate in the chat. Like, nah, it should be Christian.
Wardlow is trash, bro. Like the females like him. Like I said,
did you like heel Wardlow with MJF though?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe he works better as a heel. Let's see here. Women's championship match. I did not know this, but Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm. Toni Storm was on an incredible win streak, they had said. Like she won 4 matches in 5 days, like counting the house shows and everything, and everywhere else she was competing. Like Toni Storm was on a roll, so they're like, yeah, she's getting the shot. I thought we were gonna get like a big, like multi-person match, but maybe they feel like they can't do it with the other one here. Is it time for Jamie Hayter to drop the strap?
No, she doesn't. It's ironic because I said that Jade Cargill should be challenged by Britt Baker, and I think the same thing for Jamie Hayter. I think Jamie Hayter has to lose that title to Britt Baker off of a heel turn, but it will not be on. It will not be on Sunday.
I still feel like we're gonna get a big multi women's division match with Saraya. It's the Originals versus the Outcast, I think is how they're branding it, kind of. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to eventually get that, and I'm hoping maybe they do like a second Blood and Guts. Maybe they have 2 Blood and Guts matches on one show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think you could build like a whole show around that.
Like I said, if you look on the horizon, you look over there, All In is coming.
Sick hashtag bring back beer money. Prayers up to Robert Roode, man. He's dealing with another injury right now, sadly. Sean, I'm going to ask you a question here. What match main events this show for you? You're Tony Khan. You're in the hot seat. Are you going with this 4 pillars match, or do you go with the Anarchy in the Arena with your 2 big factions?
There is no way, and I respect the world title. The Anarchy in the Arena should definitely be the main event. I mean, not even close, bro. Not even close.
All right, we're going to go to that, and I'll get your thoughts on why here in a second. Double or Nothing, 4 pillars for the AEW World Championship. MJF versus Jungle. Whoa.
MJF.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara.
MJF. Nobody else win this match. MJF, easy, done. MJF. Not even a question, bro.
What is there a chance for a heel turn though? Maybe we get City Boy Jack Perry?
It's not even close. This is the most unintriguing world title match I think I could ever imagine, bro. I understand they're paying homage to the 4 pillars, and I respect that. They deserve to have a main event slot. There is no way that any one of those 4 are going to win that. Of those 3 are going to win that match.
I think one of them could beat MJF in the end, but I don't think this is the night to do it. Yeah, I think Darby's the only one I see out of that's believable to beat MJF, in my opinion.
I hear you. I say absolutely.
But I think that would be in a one-on-one match, not in this 4-way environment. But I do like that they've added, like, Sammy Guevara's like, listen, one of us has to walk out as champ, not him.
One of the 3 guys going to have somebody pin, easy peasy, but somebody's going to break it up, and then MJF's going to squirm in at the end. I can see it from here, bro.
Right. Trent asking me if I have a championship belt in ring in 2K23. Not yet, Trent. Not yet. Maybe soon we can get one in there. Everyone's saying MJF, the Elite and BCC should main event. Hater for the win. The Pillars should main event, Terrell says. The 4 pillars match, MJF retains, but I'm rocking with Darby to be the dark horse. MJF retains. Darbs is the only legitimate contender of the three. Sammy is cool. He's redeeming himself lately, and Jack Perry blows. Jeez.
Lately, he has. I thought Jack Perry was on his way. Lately, he has sucked. He has.
And I think the attitude has been shown. Like a lot of people have seen, like I said, man, he goes heel. You turn him into City Boy Jack Perry. He puts on the New York Knicks fitting. He starts coming out in Tim's. He's from the concrete jungle now, and he can do that. And maybe it'll boost him up. But I think if anyone turns heel in this, it's Jack Perry. I think Hollywood Jack Perry could be it. And for the main event, up in the top right corner there, we have Anarchy in the Arena. The Elite are reunited. The Friends have finally come back together after how many years was it? 3-4 years apart.
1.5.
And they're gonna take on the Blackpool Combat Club. I am here just to see what happens to Wheeler Yuta. That man is going to get annihilated in this match for BCC, just because he's the young one, and they're just gonna tear him up. I love these matches though.
I do too, and I think the Elite win. And I think it's a cool thing to see them back together.
I am into this. You got to remember, too, we talked about injuries and all that stuff earlier. Danielson has to be very careful in this because this is the match he got hurt in last year. So I hope that they're very careful with him. He hasn't taken any bumps or been touched this whole time.
He's really taking it easy, but this will obviously be wow. So you just hope he doesn't get hurt. You're right.
Who do you give this to? Who walks out with the win? Who needs this win?
Well, the Elite can't continue losing like they've been. I'm picking the Elite to win.
Okay. Let's run with this for a second here. We're gonna know by Wednesday. Let's go. Let's play a game. Wednesday. Tony Khan's like, we're coming to Chicago. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's gonna be crazy for him, right? CM Punk's back. The Elite are in the ring for the main event, Sean. Could you do it? Do you spark it here? Because All In's your next pay-per-view event. No, Forbidden Door.
If CM Punk is back in the fold by Wednesday, then yes, I think that.
Do you spark it here?
Yeah, if CM Punk is back, that's a big if. Then I can see CM Punk costing the Elite the match. Yes.
I think if I could pick the way I wanted to go down, I would have Punk and FTR, and I don't know if they could have one more person with them. Maybe, I don't know. They tried to storm the ring. They have so much security, Sean. I'm talking. We got independent. I'm asking fans. You want to be in security tonight? You got a black shirt? Come here. Everybody go. You have so many security people trying to break this up, and that's how you go off the air for the pay-per-view. They're just trying to get at each other. Like, what is going on? Then the shows are separated, and you can keep them apart for a little bit.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Forbidden. Listen, give us the book, baby. Let me see the book. I can do this.
I'm going with the Elite because I don't believe CM Punk's coming back.
I don't know if they're actually going to do that either.
If CM Punk is back, I like your prediction, but that's a big if.
He said Wyatt Knicks fitted because he's turning into City Boy. But we can do LA too. But then he's got to be Hollywood Jack Perry. You can't call him City Boy.
But I like that Hollywood Jack. Are you being serious? Because I like that Hollywood. I like that.
Oh, Rob and Casey are the two people who I've heard originally say it. Hollywood Jack Perry, have him come out with sunglasses. His dad was a famous person. Come on, you know what I mean?
But I like that. That felt good. Like Hollywood. I like that.
B-Boy Skyline said Yuta's gonna get set on fire by Hangman. Yo, I always call Wheeler Yuta Captain Planet, Sean, because he always starts with people for nothing. You could drop a cup on the floor that you were trying to shoot into the trash, and you go to pick it up. Hey, you littered? I want to fight you on Rampage tonight. What are you doing, Yuta? Get out of here, bro. And they always just look at him like, what's your problem?
Right.
Anarchy in the Arena could be the main event just out of star power alone. Yes. And he says he's going with BCC for the win, Quill says. The most out-of-pocket ending if CM Punk shows up to screw the Elite. Ooh, I don't know if you do that. I think Ibushi and CM Punk may get added to the Anarchy 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. I don't know if BCC wants Punk on their side.
I agree.
Bryan Danielson needs to be ready for Forbidden Door. Yes. I saw a tease, too, of Samoa Joe versus ZSJ possibly on Ring of Honor. They were talking.
Yes.
If the Elite wins, I'd be cool with that. Proper babyface moment. GTS to Adam Page to the Elite 1 year anniversary of Punk beating Hangman for the title. Ooh, I forgot about that. It's dude, people have had babies in the amount of time all this stuff has happened. It's been 9 months, guys. Like, let's move along here. BCC wins. Ibushi comes out to save the Elite. Yeah, Ibushi's coming in for that blood and guts. I hope people know that. I wonder if Takeshita gets involved in this too. He's also playing a factor. Don Callis. CJ, why you rocking Michael Jackson's Werewolf from Thriller on your hat? This is called the Timberwolves, good sir. Show some respect. All right.
That's clearly the Timberwolves logo.
He's just talking mess. Stop hating. All right. Denver tonight for the sweep. My prediction.
They're gonna win in 5, but LeBron has too much. I'm Michael Jordan's the greatest ever, but LeBron's the second greatest. LeBron's the second greatest person to pick up a basketball. He is not gonna go out 0-4. He's not.
We'll see.
Yeah, Denver wins in 5 easily.
We'll see what happens. We've been rocking tonight though. Sean, we got a giveaway to do, and then we're gonna head on out of here.
Yes,
by the way, what's happening on? Is it the 25th? 3 days?
Yes, sir. This Thursday night. Check the description right underneath my name. On Thursday night, we've been talking about it for a while. I will be live on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please subscribe because we are going to be talking about the rise and fall of NXT. I'm talking about everything from the Undisputed Era to DIY to Finn Balor, all the way.
Virtual tears right now coming down my face. Sadness when I just hear those names and how great I used to love them all.
We're going from that all the way to Braun Breaker and stupid comments by Booker T.
Gotta order my Fridays, player. And Booker T. By the way, did you see Booker T that comment about Darby too?
I did.
Darby's lost a lot of steam since Punk. I'm like, bro, just say you hate Punk. Just say you hate Punk.
Say that. And we're talking about that. We're talking about NXT 2.0, which could have been the worst change in the history. But anyway, Thursday night, 9 p.m. to start off your Memorial Day weekend. Everything's going on this weekend. So on Thursday night, 9 p.m., tune into the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly YouTube channel as we will be discussing live with interactive chat. We're going to be talking about the rise and fall of NXT. Yes, sir. Yes,
Those
sir.
asking, is it live or are you taped? We're live, pal.
Live. We don't do taped anymore, dude.
We're live. And will you guys be live next Monday? That we're going to say yes, but times may change, so brace yourself just for the holiday. So brace yourself. We got to talk after this.
Yes.
My NBA Mount Rushmore: MJ, Kareem, Bill Russell, and Kobe. However, I've been watching more NHL playoffs than NBA. Respect it, Terrell. Respect it. Joel says he'll be there. What do you want to do here for this Impact giveaway, man? Since you guys stayed till the end, your soldiers. Who wants this Impact code, man? Tell me what match you're looking forward to the most on the card, and I'll have Sean. Sean can pick. I think I did the last one, right? Let's see here. NXT should have never been rebranded in the first place, but that was a good idea, so you know what that means.
I hope to see you at the show on Thursday, man. We're going to talk about all of that. Trust me.
Yeah. Let us see here. Under Siege is going to be great. Doug says I'm always down for Impact. He's looking forward to that Chris Sabin match. Keep throwing it out there. Let's see. I'm good. I'm Impact Insiders. Congratulations to whoever wins. Look at Matt Lopez. Honest guy right there.
Yes, appreciate it.
Honest guy. Let's see. I'm waiting. Demond, do you have the Fight app? What time, Sean? He's going live at 9 p.m. If you're asking for that.
9 p.m. on Thursday night. I hope to see you there.
If you're asking for the show for Impact, that's at 8. Matt says he's excited for the no DQ. Okay. All right.
Well, I think we're good. Conrad, are you ready to reveal?
Go ahead. You got to make that announcement, player.
All right, man. So listen, we've had some wonderful winners on the show. We appreciate all you guys. Once again, make sure you tune in Thursday night live on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly YouTube channel. Matter of fact, let's go in order. Make sure you tune in live on Wednesday night to the EPW channel with Derek and Conrad as they review AEW Dynamite. And also on Thursday night on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly YouTube channel, NXT, The Rise and Fall. But before we get to that, we're going to get to this, which is the winner of our Under Siege Fight TV contest.
You want a drum roll?
Yeah, let's do a drum roll. Sir Quills. Quill Measy is going to be watching the show for free. Big shout out to Sir Quills, a valid listener, a loyal listener. Sir Quills, we will be sending you a code to watch Under Siege, brought to you by Impact and Fight TV Live Friday night. Enjoy, my G.
Enjoy, brother. Make sure you support Fight when they have their shows coming up. Definitely one of the best channels if you're into pro wrestling, boxing, MMA. They have all types of sports on there. Check them out. We're going to be trying to cover all this stuff. I'm going to try and have a Double or Nothing review for you guys. Me and Sean will be back Monday to do something. We're going to be down here probably talking to AEW. We'll figure it out.
And before we let it, how's Quill's going to cash in? Is he going to reach out to you on Twitter?
Quills, get at me or Sean. Whoever you get at, one of us will
hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. If you got us on Twitter or wherever.
Yeah, the earlier the better. Just hit us up, and then we'll send you the code for the pay-per-view, man. Enjoy.
For sure.
So let's do this real quick. So Wednesday night, EPW, Dynamite review with Derek and Conrad. Thursday night, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, The Rise and Fall of NXT on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly channel. Friday night, SmackDown. Friday night, Under Siege Impact. Saturday, Night of Champions.
At 1 p.m.
At 1 p.m. That's on Saturday. Saturday night, I'm going to a birthday party. I'm fired up about that. Then,
Me
Sunday.
too.
Nice. Let's do it. I love it. Then
Mine's the kids' party, though.
Sunday, Double or Nothing. Monday, Raw, and before Raw, we will be right here. Not sure what time. We will make an announcement on all social media platforms by no later than Friday. So, yes, a lot going on, and appreciate you guys.
Thank you for joining us. I know you guys have a lot of fun. We're going to leave out of here with some funny sounds, and we're going to be out.
Yeah!
Let me talk to you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Happy Memorial Day.
Be easy.